Hey guys, so as you guys can see, I have, oh my god, this little like curl here. I don't know how that happened. So as you guys can see, I have my base done and my eyebrows, and I have primer on my eyes, and I'm gonna try out a very exciting palette today, which is a YouTuber owned brand palette, and it's just launched. It's absolutely stunning. It wasn't on Beauty Bay, it started off just on the website, but because it's an American website, I didn't want the long shipping, so I just waited for it to be on Beauty Bay. I didn't get the whole collection because it didn't appear on there unless it's like there now. But I think from what Manny, if you guys can kind of guess what launch I'm talking about, said, I think the brushes are a bit late, even for people ordering from his actual website because of some transit issues. So I'm thinking that's why they're not on the website. But I got the palette and it came the next day because I have next day delivery on Beauty Bay, which is just goes to show my shopaholic addiction. And we're gonna try it out today, and I'm very excited about it. But before we get started, just make sure that you are still subscribed if you used to be subscribed, because YouTube is unsubscribing people. And if this is your first time, then subscribe, hit that bell, make sure it's on all rather than personalized so you actually know when I'm posting a video. My social media, my puppy's social media will be in description along with my main channel. Now let's get into it. This collection is called the Eternal Eclipse. Look at this packaging. It's got like the 3D like moon thing. It's very stunning. This is basically the same packaging in a sense as the Strawberry Dream palette. I actually, embarrassing fact, I have all of the palettes, which isn't embarrassing because I do this anyway. You guys know me, I'm a shopaholic. I buy everything and I have a collector's mindset, which means I like to collect things in their entirety. So I have the Moonspell, I have the Greek Goddess one. His packaging is hands down some of the best. I actually kept this one in the sleeve because I think it's just so beautiful. Anyway, I wish all palettes came in this kind of packaging rather than like the cardboard, like just the paper one that you throw away. Like I wish it was in this because I would actually keep my palettes in that because I think it just looks really nice. Look at this packaging. Obviously there's the Greek Goddess palette which came out. I'm just going to show you guys all of them just so you know kind of which one you want. This is Greek Goddess. This is more of a like a neutrally warm toned with a bit of blue, a bit of like orange. It's that kind of a vibe. And then we obviously have the two that look very similar. I assume this is kind of like a part one, part two, but just very different color scheme. So this is the Strawberry Dream, and then this is the Eternal Eclipse. Very different, but it's got that same sticky LT moon thing. Very beautiful. I'll show you both of them just in comparison. So this is a typical Angelika palette. It's pink, it's beautiful. These shimmers are honestly some of the best I've used. I right now do this thing where I do a whole matte look with just like a regular palette, and then instead of using the shimmers in the palette, I use my Pat McGrath Blitz Astrals. But actually with these shimmers, I'm okay with using them. I think they're beautiful. They're such a smooth, buttery and pigmented formula. Like this one right here, it looks like, you know, just like an average yellow gold, but it is so pigmented. These are beautiful. This formula is amazing. Then by comparison, we have this one, which is a different vibe. It's got a mix of warms and cool tones. So we have in the front row, we have kind of like a neutral, I guess like an inner corner brow bone shade that you can use for all of these. Then we have two cool tone shimmers, two more warm tone shimmers. Then we have a warm tone row, and then we have a cool toned row. I think I'm going to stick to the cool tones because I think they're like the ones that are stealing the show right now. But let me just show you guys these up close. I love like this bit, you know, the designs on the pans. Just starting in the front row, we have Flare, which is the first one. I'm just gonna go across, front row, across, but you guys will see how beautiful these are. Look at those. So that's the front row. So as you can see, this one's less metallic. It's typical like inner corner brow bone, and then this one is just a cyborg in a pan. I love these kinds of shades, like this kind of pink shift, ready shift. I can't even explain it. And then we have this bronzy shade. That's the whole top row. I'm watching Gossip Girl again because I'm obsessed. I've been watching it ever since I was like 15, essentially. Like I have to watch it at least once a year, if not twice, because it's very easy, it's very quick. Essentially, I started I think yesterday or the day before that, and I'm on season 2, so it's very easy to get through them. And what are you guys watching? I feel like I'm one of those people where I like watching new shows, but it takes a while for me to actually click on a new show because I'm scared I'm gonna hate it. It's like a weird anxiety thing that I have. So I enjoy just watching shows that I know I love because it's just like, it's just something that's like comforting about that. I'm like, oh, I love this show so much. I can't wait to see that thing that I already saw 1,000 times. Now I'm going to go through the mattes. I think his mattes are incredible. Just the way they work on the eye. I think, you know, you're not going to see much of a difference between this swatch and another swatch. I think, you know, at this point, we've come to a point in makeup where makeup formulas are really good as a whole. Of course, there's some duds, but as a whole, formulas are really good. But the way these blend on the eyes, like there's just something about them. So this is what they look like. these are the kind of shades we have. I think these are such special shades. Look at that swatch. Oh, it's so creamy. You know when you just get excited over makeup? That's when like I realized just why I enjoy makeup so much. It's like the excitement you get when you try something nice, when something like really exciting comes out. I don't know. I just think it's fun. To be fair, none of these are actually warm. I think they look warm in the pan compared to like the typical like greys and blues, but as a whole when you swatch them, they're not actually that warm. This one is, and this one is. I'd say maybe this one leans a little bit more warm, but this one's definitely like a mauvey pink. It's very beautiful. And then this is like a chocolatey brown, but these are so stunning. Like this shade right, I want to use it so bad, but I don't know, maybe I'll try to incorporate it into a grey look. Now we're going to do the last row. This is what that fall, oh my god. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is a stunning grey. I love greys like this. Oh, look at that grey. This is what that one looks like. It's a kind of like a sequin formula, except it's like sequin but crazy. So you can see that. It's basically a black, but just got like a lot of shimmer going through it. Because these down here are quite deep and you guys can see my skin tone, I'm actually going to go into dusk, which isn't too warm anyway, and I'm just gonna blend that up kind of into my brow bone. Okay, so now that we've got that as a base, I think also cool tones blend easier into your skin if you put a slight hint of like a warm tone slash neutral kind of right around the edges, and then it kind of just blends into your skin a little bit better, mainly when the cool tone is just like a slate grey. It's just easier that way. So let's do Smoke, which is this shade right here. Is that stunning shade. Pile that kind of on the outer edge. Oh my god, look at that. I'm just gonna swing it back and forth. I recently started doing my eyeshadow first and then my base, but obviously with these videos where I'm just trying the palette, I kind of want to have a base done, but usually I'd put tape down and make a more crisp line, but I just have to be kind of careful right now. I'm gonna go back into Dusk and just once again blend the edges. So I'm just gonna take Smoke on like a flat brush and just pack it on. So I'm just making sure it's all even. So after blending, I just add a bit more wherever it kind of needs it and just softly blending out the edges, nothing crazy. Oh my god, I love it. Okay, let me take something like this, kind of like one of these, go into Dusk and then just graze the edges. Then I'm gonna basically just repeat the same on the other side. Trying to get eyeshadow even is just the bane of my existence. Anyway, I'm gonna take this small brush that I was using for the grey shade and go into Lagoon, which is like a grey based blue, and then just add it on the outside edge and going through the crease, and then once again just going into Dusk just to make sure everything on the edges is blended. Okay, so this is where we're at. It's kind of bluey, kind of grey. It matches my jumper. I think it's really cute. I want to go into Deep Sea. And then this one, because it's got like an iridescence to it. Can't really see on camera, that's fine. I'm gonna take Deep Sea. Now that I don't have long nails, again, because they all broke, I can do eyeshadow with my finger. It's very nice. Oh my god. And what I like to lately do is apply a bit more shimmer on the outer corner. So what I'm gonna do is take Starry Eyed, which is just it's a similar shade to the slate grey, but just in shimmer form, and I'm just gonna apply it to the outer edge. Okay, so this is where we're at right now. I'm loving it. I am gonna take this Meteor shade and then just put it, like, I put it basically on the tip of my finger just to apply less. I'm gonna put it kind of right on that inner corner, like in a third maybe. Oh yeah, it just added like a glimmer and a shine that you can't really see on camera. And then we're gonna take just this thick flat brush, go into Dusk, blend that under. The fact that I'm using blues and greys and I have no fallout on my cheeks just blows my mind. And I'm smoking it down pretty far because it is that shade that we're blending everything else into, so I want it to be very smoked out. On that same brush, just on the tip, I'm taking Smoke. I'm putting it kind of closer to the lash line. Wow, wow, wow. This is giving me 2000s realness, but just in like 2020 formulas. Then I'm just going to take this Over 234 Luxe Smoky Shader, and I'm going to go into Flare, which I'm just going to put in the inner corner. And then like always, when I apply a brow bone thingy, I'm just going to run the brush over it just to blend things out. I'm feeling like putting a shimmer on my lower lash line, because it's what I normally do, but I'm scared it's going to fall out. I'm going to take Deep Sea, which is that blue shimmer, and just apply it right on the inner corner. No fallout, because of course Lunar Beauty would not do that. I'm going to apply mascara, and then we'll go back into our thoughts and feelings on this palette, which probably you can tell what my thoughts and feelings are. Mascara took me ages because it normally does. I like to kind of go overboard with it, you know, do primer, do multiple layers, and this is what it looks like. This whole eye look is absolutely stunning. I love this palette so much. It's quickly just becoming one of my favorites. Just the more I'm looking at my makeup, like I've basically done this on my eyes. So just to recap, the shades that I did use are, so this one and this one from the top row, Dusk from this row, Starry Eyed Smoke, Deep Sea and Lagoon from the bottom row. I just didn't use this one. Now, what I am looking forward to is using Gold Dust. I don't know if you can tell, but it's like a bronzy, more smoky gold. Like I want to swatch it for you guys again. Like look at it, it's got like a depth to it that not many golds have. It's definitely like a more bronze, like it switches to brown when you turn your hand. I want to use it so bad. I want to use more of these. I want to use Rose Thorn, which is that dusty pink. I love this look so much. I feel so just, I don't know what it is. I don't know what I feel like, but I feel like this palette, like I can't believe I basically just accidentally recreated the cover art of the palette. I recently got sent in PR more Casa Zeta-Jones stuff. I'm gonna take a brand new Forever and Always by Kylie, because the other one that I had in my project pan I've used up. It's essentially gone empty, right? Like you can tell, I finished the thing. And this essentially goes with every shade. So they have 4, and this is the shade Needed Nude. Oh, it's basically an identical shade to the liner. That's amazing. This is what that one looks like. It's a super comfortable matte. It's definitely matte. It doesn't have a shine to it, but it's super light and creamy and still comfortable. This is a very stunning shade. I love this. The only problem with these is the scent is kind of throwing me off, because it's got a flavor and it kind of tastes like what a Lush bath bomb would probably taste like. So yeah, this is what this looks like. I love the palette. I like the lipstick, except for the flavor. I'm hoping it will go away soon, but this is an amazing palette. I genuinely just love it. I think all of his palettes are amazing. Just the quality is always like the same, consistent. It's always amazing. So if it's not this one, then maybe a different one will be the color scheme for you, but obviously this is just an amazing quality if that's what you're wondering. This is the kind of beautiful look you get with it. So if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe because I post videos every time I think of something to do. So hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links, main channel, affiliate links, any other links in description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.